Well, the refugee crisis hitting a boiling point in Rome. Police clashing with refugees in a public square. Officials say families had been sleeping there despite orders that they had to leave. Amy Kellogg is reporting live from Milan on the situation. Good morning, Amy.
Hi, Shannon. Well, this just really shows how Italy is bursting at the seams. The United Nations said that these asylum seekers, or these refugees, they've already received that status, have the same rights as Italian citizens. But, Shannon, there are more than a few Italian citizens on the wait list for public housing. This was the scene this morning at Independence Square in Rome. About 500 of 800 who had squatted in a vacant building near the main train station managed to find a place to stay with friends or relatives or in another vacant building. 100 deemed vulnerable, which included some disabled people and some children, remained in the building. 200 others slept in the park since Saturday when eviction orders were delivered. Today, when police went to clear the square, there were violent clashes. Some of the refugees were injured. They hung a sign out of the building, "We are refugees, not terrorists." But some hurled stones and objects at police who had riot gear. You can see someone here throwing a gas canister out of a window of the building. According to the UN, these are people largely from Eritrea, and they've been in Italy for several years. Many speak Italian and have worked some, so it just shows how little they are integrated. The housing solutions reportedly offered up to these people were not adequate, according to the UN, and didn't cover anyone. Again, this issue, Shannon, of integration is what the UN is hitting on this morning. They are saying there are 3,000 refugees living in vacant buildings in Rome and untold other ones here in Milan and in Turin. People do warn about the dangers of a lack of integration down the road. Then you have the people who just keep coming across from Libya. 90,000 in Italy this year. They won't all be refugees, but the odds of those who aren't given refugee status actually, Shannon, getting sent back home are very, very slim. Italy is crying out for help from the rest of the EU and not from yesterday. Shannon.
Yeah, and all across Europe we're seeing similar scenes as this reaches a breaking point. Amy Kellogg, thank you very much.